Hey everybody, I'm glad you could join me in the library today. I'll know you're ready when you're sitting with your hands in the lap and your eyes forward. We'll begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready? Hands up. Open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Give a little clap. Open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Lay them in your lap. Creep them, creep them, creep them, creep them right up to your chin. Open your mouth really wide, but don't let them in. So now that you're sitting with your eyes forward and your hands in your lap, we can begin our lessons. I've been thinking about shapes this week, and I think you all have been learning about some shapes too. Not just regular shapes, but three-dimensional shapes. So I wanted to show you something. I've got my pen, and I've got my whiteboard. So here I'm going to draw you my first shape. What shape is that? That's right, it's a line. You can measure just its height. There's one way you can measure it. So that's a one-dimensional shape. Here's my next shape. And what shape is that? Did I hear somebody say square? That's right. And squares, you can measure their height and their width, how tall and wide they are. Height and width. That's 2 dimensions, so these are 2-dimensional shapes. Now there's one more thing I can do. This is pretty spectacular. So if I do this, now you can measure its height, its width, and also its depth. So height, width, and depth. That's 3 dimensions. This 3-dimensional shape is called a cube. Do you know any other 3-dimensional shapes? Let me try this one. Did anyone say cylinder? That's right, that's a cylinder. Great job. So when I was thinking about 3-dimensional shapes, I came across this book. It's by one of our author illustrators that we really enjoy, and her name is Tana Hoban. She uses photographs instead of drawings for her illustrations. And this book, incidentally, has no words, but we can read it anyway. So let's begin. Cubes, Cones, Cylinders, and Spheres by Tana Hoban. Let's find the title page. Is that the title page? No. Is that the title page? Yes. Tana Hoban. Cubes, Cones, Cylinders, and Spheres. Let's look at this first page. What shapes do you see there? That's right, they're cubes. We just drew one, didn't we? And these are letter blocks. What about this page? Do you see any 3-dimensional shapes? Do you see the girl is holding 2 ice cream cones? And look at this statue here. It's like a cone balanced. What 3-dimensional shape do you see in this picture? Do you see the cylinders that are the smokestacks for the ship? Great job. And on the next page, yes, we do see a circle, but that's a 2-dimensional shape. The 3-dimensional shapes we see here are the cones, just like the ice cream cone, only turned the other way. Now here's one we haven't talked about yet. What shape is a bubble? It's a sphere, that's right. That's what we call the ball shape. A circle would be round, 2 dimensions, and a sphere is 3 dimensions. Do you see the spheres in this picture? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light globes are in the shape of a sphere. And on the next page, do you see the cylinder? Someone is standing on the cylinder. Now it appears that there are other cylinders in the background, but they seem a little different. They're shorter, aren't they? I'm sorry, not spheres, cylinders. These cylinders are still cylinders, even though this one is taller. These are short. They're still cylinders. Look at this hot air balloon. What shape is the balloon? It's a sphere. Do you see the people riding in the balloon? Well, they're under the balloon, not in the balloon. And the next shape, these drummers in the parade. What shape are their drums? Do you see their cylinders? They have a flat top, and then they have a rounded side, and then there's flat on the bottom as well. That's a cylinder. There are a couple of three-dimensional shapes in this picture. We see the dice, those are cubes. But also the roller cup is a cylinder. Do you see that? And here, this looks like the globe from our library. What shape is it? A globe is a sphere, right? Good job. That's kind of hard to say, sphere, sphere. Look at these teddy bears. What shape is their hat? It's a cone. And what are these? These are sugar cubes, so we know they're a cube. Someone is making a castle out of these sugar cubes. That could be a fun project. And these presents, these are cubes as well. We might see three-dimensional shapes all around, like this man is loading some rolls of, I think it may be carpet foam to go under your carpet, but they are rolled into cylinders. What are these? Baseballs. And baseballs are round. They are spheres. You see the little witch? Look at her hat. Can you see the cone? That's the pointy part on top of her hat. Ah, everyone's seen these. These are hay bales. They are also rolled into cylinders. This one's a little misshapen from the weather. This one's a little more perfect. And do you see the silo? I'll give you a hint. It's a cylinder. There it is. It's a cylinder. It has a dome on top too. That's a different kind of three-dimensional shape. Do you see the bushes? They're cut into cones. And it looks like this hedge might be some kind of a box. Oh, castles are a great place to see different kinds of three-dimensional shapes. We have cylinders in the towers. We have cones on top of them. And the whole building is shaped like a box or a cube. And here are the credits. So that means that our book for today is over. But I hope you've read some good books while you've been home. We always love Tana Hoban. Remember, she's the one who did Shape, Shape, Shapes and Look Again. So I hope you're getting to read some and reading with your family and finding some interesting things. I'd like to challenge you to go around your house today and see if you can find 3 things that might be three-dimensional shapes. We've got cylinders, cones, cubes, and spheres. See if you can find one of each. It's been so great reading with you. I hope to see you soon, and take care. Goodbye.